talk today, even if you take one thing, one idea, and implement in your life, I will feel I'm blessed that it impacted your life. And that's my goal. And you know what? I will call this stage today as an unexpected opportunity to be a motivational speaker. This is the first time for me. I was like, you know what? Yep, the opportunity is coming. Let's grab it. And I think opportunity is the only key to success. If you don't ask, you're not going to get it. Do whatever you can. Right? So just like you guys, majority of you guys, I am also an immigrant, been in Canada for almost 12 years, not very old, and I'm trying to build the practice the way I wanted, just to help the clients as much as I can. And I have always feel the asking story is very important. A lot of times people don't have a capacity or they are shy to ask. And the major thing is, I will tell you, my first house journey, right? Certain times, so I was in Canada, landed 2012. The first house I bought in Canada was after 8 years. Believe it or not, after 8 years, I bought the first house. And sometimes I feel that why was there a big delay? When I self-talk, I found it, nobody ever asked me. And whether I was in the field already for 4 or 5 years, nobody still ever asked me to buy a house. Until one friend, I started playing with him, he was a realtor, and he said, Manny, what is your house side portfolio? What is your real estate portfolio? I said, 0. I only believe in liquid assets. I believe in stocks, funds, that's where my game is. Then he started explaining to me why not. He started doing fact finding about me and make me realize what real estate portfolios can do as well for you. You know what? That clicked me right away. I said, you know what? Let's buy it right away. I have funds, that's not a problem. Let's make it happen. It's all about asking, guys. If you have a zeal, you need an enthusiasm to basically ask anybody. And there's a certain times I have asked to buy a financial planning products from me, even the garbage pickup guys. They are coming to you, you just have to ask. If you don't ask them, somebody is always looking for somebody. Guys, another thing, I always tell people, you guys are in one of the best businesses ever can be. One of the best business. Whether it's your real estate or whether it's my financial planning, is the #1 business. Any idea why do I say it's best business to be in? Guys, there's zero capital involved. You're building a business, you're not taking any loans. Zero capital. It's all your hard work. If you have a hard work, if you have a patience, if you have a right attitude to make it happen, you can win the game. Otherwise, it's not possible. You will keep failing, you will keep hustling. You need the right attitude or mindset first. Guys, I believe, as Herb said, I believe in cold calling and door knocking a lot. And I still believe in that because that pays out the value. People see the real face value on that. So I will share one cold calling journey of mine. So in my first year of my career, I started cold calling. First 3 hours, 10 to 1, I am on the door knocking, plazas, houses, wherever I can introduce people. I was doing that. Coming to office at 2 o'clock, 2 to 3, just checking emails, take a nap, 3 to 4, 5 to 8, cold call. Cold calling was my game. I have to build it. And I see this client's name everywhere. There's one of the prospect. I said, you know what? Why don't I try cold calling this guy? His pictures are everywhere. His flyer shows up in my mailbox. Should I try that? How is going to feel? You know what? Then I said, no, he might be a very big guy. He has photos, pictures everywhere. I don't want to. Disconnected. Again, the next day came, I said, you know what? I should, because his photos are in the next street. Again, on the next street, I should call him. Finally, I built up a confidence. I bought in as much as persistency or commitment to call this person. And finally, I dialed his number. And then as I dialed, I disconnected again. That, you know what, he might be hang up on me because he seems like a very big guy. He has a big team of agents working. But somehow I called it. He picked up. Let's name this guy a client A. So he picked up the phone and I introduced myself. I said, it's Singh here. I'm a financial advisor and I specialize with financial planning, focuses on insurance and investments. And I want to have a meeting with you to discuss your financial and estate plan. He just listened to me to that script. And then he suddenly said, Manny, I'm surprised you called me. I said, why do you say that? There's like hardly anybody a cold call me to sell me something. And I will tell you one thing today. My goal is to die with 100 million life insurance. I was like, what? Do you really believe? He's like, I'm a biggest believer in insurance and I'm gonna die with 100 million life insurance. That's my goal to reach there before I die. And I said, you know what? I will feel blessed to be a part of your pie, even a small portion of your pie, if I achieve that. He's like, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I already have double digits of it. That's okay. You know what, guys? The door opened. At least he talked to me. He believed in me. At least I cold called him. Then further, after 2-3 days, I showed up at his door without asking him. Because I wanted to show him my face value now, who you talked, who you told the goal of 100 million life insurance. That way, I can build a credibility on him. That's how the journey started. I talked to him, kept going. Then suddenly we realized his estate portfolio is pretty huge. There's a huge tax liability issues. I brought in whole team to help us. Guys, that day when I walked out of the door in front of him, I got the biggest policy of a life insurance in my lifetime. I never thought a cold call can pay off this much even, and it's not possible until you believe in it. Guys, in my first year career, I hand out by hand, physically 10,000 business cards, each single person. Whosoever I meet, I was giving a business card because there's no shame. What are they going to say? No, we don't want. It's okay. Go to the next person. There's no harm in asking. Believe in that. Believe in persistency, consistency, and commitment. Then only you achieve the goal. I see here some folks who I know, who I have cold call actually, who I have door knock actually, who built the relationship to be here. Guys, whenever you're in this business, any sales business I would say, if you don't have a happiness or enthusiasm in you, well, there's a high chance you might not succeed. Happiness, do you guys know what happiness plays a big role? Any idea? Guys, if you're happy, you're positive. And if you're positive, well, you have energy to speak. And you have energy, you can go and talk to any clients. This reminds me of my story that when I used to work at car sales before, and there used to be my Korean manager. He gave me a task. He saw me in the first year, when I started first month, he saw me, he's like, Manny, you come to me next time to ask for a pricing about a car, I'm not gonna give it to you anything. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, whenever I see you, I need to see a smile on your face. I was like, what? What do you mean smile on my face? What it has to do? He's like, no, whenever I see you, if there's no smile, sorry, I'm not gonna give you numbers, so that means you can't sell and you can't make money. Now, I started doing that because I wanted to win that, I wanted to smile, but slowly I realized that manager is training me to be happy psychologically so that I am enthusiastic for every client walk in. And the happiness is the key to roll. Guys, believe it or not, within first 3 months, with God's grace, I became a top sales guy in the car dealership as well. But then, thank you, then the downfall come in. A lot of time people say, oh yeah, this is all good talk. What about downfall? Guys, I never forget that day. I never forget that day. It was October of 2014. I had relatives coming over to our place from US. I haven't met them for 15 years. I was excited. I was working, it was Friday evening. I worked so hard that day. I couldn't even eat a lunch because the clients were walking in. It was 9 o'clock in the evening, back and forth with the number. Finally, client said, Manny, okay, I think the number is good. I can buy it. As soon as it happened, believe it or not, guys, I collapsed. Before he signed, I collapsed, fell on the floor. And when I opened up my eyes, I was already in the hospital. And I'm thinking, what the heck is it? Where am I? I was just closing a deal. And why my family is here? What's going on? And that was the day I thought, oh my God, something bad happened. Guys, then day after tomorrow, I was driving on the highway and the cop pulled me over. I was like, okay. He pulled me. He's like, you were driving on the speed, everything was fine, but do you know why I pulled over? I said, no, I don't know. He's like, your license is suspended. I was like, what? I never knew that. He's like, yep, I can see the history. It's suspended day before yesterday. I was like, holy moly. So meaning I realized if you go to hospital, if something bad happens, your license is indirectly suspended too. And then he gave me a big ticket, driving under suspension. He said, go to the court, fight the trial, see how it goes. But somebody is looking at the upper power. Luckily, I was discharged with all the cases because of medical conditions, things were fine. Guys, sometimes this is a signal from God. If certain thing doesn't fit in your life, it is meant to be, not able to be there. Right? So that's how my manager, we had a discussion. He said, Manny, maybe this is not the right place you're in because of the stress level. Seems like your health cannot take it. It's time to change. No problem. I was ready. I said, you know what? That's fine. Bad thing happens to me. It's meant to be, because I've always believed the graph of a sales guy is, yes, end goal is always at the top, but don't forget, it goes zigzag way. Sometimes you're winning, you're loving it. I'm winning, I got the deal. But then, oh shit, crap, I hate this business, so much hard work. I'm hustling, I'm running everywhere, but it's not paying off. But again, you win the lottery, you can say that, and you grow up. But don't forget, these are your baby steps, building your roots. They will come to you one day, and it goes always upward. Guys, I want to hear from you now, right? This is up to you. Are you guys ready for a question? Guys, do you guys believe in yourself? Come on, I don't hear it. Are you ready to ask the questions whosoever you meet outside? Come on. Are you ready to ask for an opportunity whosoever you meet outside? Good. Have to. You have to believe in yourself. Guys, I always tell one thing. Canada was a land of opportunity. Canada is a land of opportunities. Canada will be a land of opportunities. Doesn't matter what is going out today, whether it's recession prediction, markets down, interest rates, line of credits, all that things. If you do it right way, you can still beat it and make Canada successful again. Always remember, Guru Nanak Dev Ji has said 3 things. Kirt karo, naam japo, one shako, do a honest living, always remember the God, and give it back to community. Giving back doesn't have to be monetary always. It can be your experience. It can be your knowledge. There's no harm helping the people who want to succeed. They're looking for your help. There's no competition here. You're just fighting with yourself. So always help the people who are looking. It's always good to give it back that way. Thank you guys. Thank you for a great audience. Really appreciate Manny